Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2, where it seems as though some time has passed in-game. People have completed missions. Let us summon the War Council and examine those completed missions. Very important, whatever they are. Commander Cullen, your honor guard was a welcome sight at the Divine's Vigil. As a measure of thanks, I'm sending Ferelden arms and equipment for your troops. Sincerely, Tern Fergus Cusland. We got the Ferelden Captain Longsword. Fancy. Sister Leliana, how I rejoice to see the colors of the Inquisition run the rabble out from my ancestral fields and straight into the woods of my neighbor, Bantraft no less, as if they were guided by the hand of the Maker himself. I could not be better pleased, as promised, to reward for your excellent help in my time of lamentation. Andraste, keep you in her heart. 151 gold. Like the other guy at least gave me a sword. Dalen Andran Artishan, it does my heart well to hear that you are safe. Our clan was visited by members of the Inquisition who spoke persuasively of the good work you are doing, as well as the fairness with which our kind have been treated by the Inquisition itself. You know that Clan Levelon has little by way of gold, but I gave the messengers some of our healing herbs, as Siles blessed us with the abundance in our recent foraging. We would be a distraction if we came to the Inquisition itself, our hunters arguing with humans, as they so easily do. Nevertheless, if you need aid, send word and we are with you. Dareth Shiral, Keeper. Istemethoriel Levelin. Blood lotuses. I'm sure those will be useful at some point. I don't know why that's still showing up on the map. So that costs power. Hard in Hightown Part 3. I didn't even do parts 1 and 2. Well, let's take a look at one of these Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy reaches of southern Ferelden. Because the region is largely uncharted, finding them will be difficult, but the Inquisition's advisors are determined to find out what happened and, if possible, bring their people back alive. Contact the local band. She can send a search party. Send my people. A few scouts will move more quickly than a large group. Other soldiers are volunteering to search for their lost comrades. They won't rest until they found them. Let's send the scouts, I guess. There does not seem to be a major difference. The missing soldiers have been found in a bog called the Fallow Mire. They are being held hostage by Avar, who demand to meet the Herald of Andraste if the Inquisition wants to see its people alive again. Not now. Great. Up until now, Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its effort on the matter. Trading in favors with merchants. It could earn us a great deal if we're careful. Voices on the wind speak of a new power abroad in the world. Inquisition, they whisper. An ancient name restored, a memory rekindled, and transformed into the blaze of hope. I hear the whispers and summon the fires of the Inquisition. Here in the depths beneath the city of chains, countless mysteries hide in shadow in anticipation of the light. Come, the Black Emporium waits. Xenon the Antiquarian must spend his days composing melodramatic invitations to his establishment. I imagine being stuck in a chair for centuries leaves one somewhat lacking for entertainment. This particular message was hand-delivered by a cloaked figure at twilight, precisely as the sun disappeared beneath the peaks. My men spied the courier lurking about our outer gates for at least an hour, waiting for sunset. A servant under the command of some very specific instructions, I assume. That aside, I would encourage a visit to the Black Emporium. The Antiquarian's hoard is legendary. Only those he deems worthy ever lay eyes on it. The champion of Kirkwall, in Dragon Age 2, received an invitation once and reported, among other things, a strange mirror that can transform even flesh and bone. Who knows, we may uncover something that aids in the battle against Corypheus, who we have yet to be introduced to. So we have the name of the villain because of the DLC on the Inquisition table before the plot actually introduced us to said villain. A ship has been secured. Be wary of what you might find in the Black Emporium Inquisitor. I've heard many frightful tales. Not now. Not now, Cullen. Stop. Ruffles, I need a favor. Actually, let's call it a loan since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Hard in Hightown 3, The Repunching, appeared in print from an Antivan printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best I could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Peril Bellenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you can find out more than the guild. Varick. Alright, Liliana, if the author has evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him.
Let's see what we have.
Alright, we'll investigate whoever this is that is pretending to be Varick. Anything in Orlais? Oh, do I have to actually go? Did I spend my power too soon? I think I did. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get that back. That explains why it says power required is 4. Alright, I'm going to sell off all of my excess stuff and then go to the hinterlands to try and get back my lost power. Alright, let's head back to the hinterlands. We will bring the only party members we have available. See about closing that rift. That might gain us some power. And then do something else to hopefully gain us some power, and then we can then go and do the main quest thing in Val Royeaux. Which, for some reason, I did not expect us to go to, like... I find the structure of that a little bit strange, because it's like, the game is like, hey, now go off to the hinterlands, there's a war thing going on over there. Actually, you have to just do things there for a little bit. Just do a few things. It doesn't really matter what. Just hang around there for a little bit. Solve some problems, gain some power, and then leave. Because what you have to do is actually elsewhere. Which comes across as a little odd. Just structure-wise, in regards to the direction of the story. Like, instead of having a more straightforward path where you're like, all right, what you have to do is you go off to the hinterlands, you travel through the hinterlands to go to the thing that you're expected to do. Hello. Don't mind me. He had lamb's wool. Now, I believe I still need to find, Ferelden locks. And more specifically, elf root in order to upgrade my potions. But yeah, instead of just having, like, here's the next area you go through, and then the place you have to go through to is connected to said area. It's just a separate area of side activities. Excuse me. Alright. We're going stealth if you're all going to try interrupting me. There we go. Alright, it looks like this is just a rift with these long-range fellows, which is fine by me. They're a little bit easier to deal with. Alright, our power's back up to 3. We just need one more point, and then we're ready to continue the story.
Templar bastards killed my husband and stole the ring from his finger. They deserve to die.
Templars killed your husband?
You're saying the Templars attacked your husband?
Aye. He was digging out a stump. The fools couldn't tell a shovel from a mage's staff. Had to be safe, they said. Rebels everywhere attacking by surprise, sick bastards. They took the ring I gave him on our wedding day in case it was magic.
Farewell.
Well, we've already determined that said Templars deserve to die, and said apostates deserve to die. So, you know, I guess that's fine. Let us unlock this camp to the southeast. And also, I feel as though I've... confused. I cannot say why that was so difficult. The hinterlands for another area. I want to say there's another area called the Highlands that is way bigger than the hinterlands. Way more fetch quests, way more things to... Ah, yes, elf roots. Excellent. I think that means we'll have enough elf roots to, upgrade our health potion. But I think the Highlands is a...
Have you seen another Inquisition scout? Elven woman, answers to writs.
A scout is missing?
You said your friend hasn't reported back.
Well, she was supposed to be checking on some apostates. I'm on duty here, or I'd go look for her.
I'll talk to you later.
Well, let's first establish a camp. Is this camp being used by anybody at the moment?
We could make camp here?
It is not. It is used by us. What are all these choices? Disengage, attack my target. No, we didn't need to do any of that.
Nothing to report, sir.
All right, we now have a power of 4. Let us return to the... I wish I could... oh, world map. There we go. Let us return to the war room. Travel to Val Royale. Val Royaux. Talk to the Chantry and the mages. And be like, hey, there's a problem going on that is bigger than you and me. And avoiding spoilers to an extent, there is a specific thing that caused... If you haven't played Dragon Age Inquisition, there's a specific thing that has caused the rift in the air to have materialized. And I wonder if there's a little bit of like a Watchman. It's been a while since I've played this game. Like 10 years. A little bit less. 9 to 10 years. Oh, Apothecary. But I want to say there's a little bit of like a Watchman scenario in which somebody caused the rift in space to force them to work together. Wait, hold on. Jamet Trebek. Though I think that's one of the things that I've forgotten about, is the reason why this character has caused the events of this game. Like, Corypheus is only introduced in Dragon Age 2 in the DLC. And I want to say Corypheus is one of, like, the original mages that went into the Golden City and created all of the problems that that everybody is suffering from. Like, the blight exists because of him. Let us upgrade our healing potion. Right now it does 385. We will increase it. We have no Prophet's Laurel or Embrium. All right. The unfortunate part about crafting systems and ingredient collection is you have to find and expend those ingredients. The trick is, how do you make how do you make it so that it, like, the amount of ingredients doesn't become cumbersome to the player? Versus, like, making it meaningful towards, like, getting the reward. Let's go to Orlais. We are going to address the Chantry in Val Royo. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. And at this moment, we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Yep, we've already read that. We will confirm the operation. Gain access to a major city. I was just wondering, why is there an incredibly long letter? And then that leads to another question. Why is there an incredibly long letter attached to a loading screen?
The city still mourns.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Beat them up with swords until they die. Or meet them?
They wish to protect the people? From us? Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Okay, for some reason it seemed like there should be dialogue there. But it did not happen. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall. Her message and visage are worth repeating. At meeting a low door frame. Nice. Classy. And his head suddenly weighs too much. Oh, because those are scratched in by vandals, making fun of the statue. I like it. I like it a lot. An unrelated headache. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. Right. About his unfortunate hair. Okay, there actually does not seem much like there's much for us to do around these parts. The Lions of Orlais, a repeating element dedicated to the great defenders of otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze, and weighted with poison. One is chocolate, and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back and learn which is the most dangerous to try to deny or lay. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Hello. City guard. I'm guessing this is where I'm going.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no elf in our hour of need.
We have a real enemy.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
You're not here to deal with the Inquisition.
As if there were any reason to.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge.
Oh, okay, so he's just an asshole.
You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Help us close the breach, you idiot!
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker?
I feel like his voice doesn't quite match his
called
face.
to a higher purpose. Do not question.
Like the Lord Seeker's
I will
voice.
make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Yes. How well do you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Well,
It doesn't look like we'll be getting the Templars to help us after all.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
You okay there, revered mother?
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Do you truly believe you are the Maker's chosen?
I don't know.
To tell you the truth, I don't know.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
How many Templars rebelled?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people reacting?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn her holiness.
Now is not the time for fear.
Sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith.
Oh, thoughts and prayers. Is that all you have to offer? What do you believe about me?
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
What will the Chantry do now?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
Where have the Templars gone?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Yes, especially if you are using that power to avoid an actual major conflict at the moment. What did you want him to do?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the Knights' vigilance...
Although you can say, like, that's an issue with a lot of the,
Perhaps there is something we can do.
a lot of the power struggles in the Dragon Age games. Like, if you go all the way back to the first Dragon Age game, Lord, Loghain
and yet more chaos.
utilized the Blight as an attempt to grab power and fought against the Grey Wardens, despite the slowly encroaching Blight around him. You could still help us.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Well, have I got news for you?
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Oh, mysterious arrow. A message is attached, written in a large, flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help. And I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Valroyo. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe. And maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached.
The Templars didn't even...
I believe that messenger is trying to...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
You are cordially invited to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duc Bastian de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivian de Fer, first enchanter of Montsimard, enchanter to the Imperial Court. Wow, thanks.
They say you're scratching for power, not on these streets. Understand?
Oh, multiple people have some points to distribute. Yep. That's kind of interesting. More damage to taunted targets, not bad. Anybody that attacks the warrior gets damaged in return. Using techniques perfected by Legion Chevaliers, you can't be flanked by enemies. And you're less likely to be staggered when hit from in front. Alright, yeah. That actually sounds really good. And Varric... Not bad. Alright, let's go see about getting allies of Red Jenny. Who is... I don't think you meet her in... I don't think you meet her in Dragon Age 2. I think... But she does have a presence. Reservoir stocking evaluation, tremors, floating, tastes off, waterboards die off, restocking failed, fish not fit, do not consume. Oh wait, hold on. I can't just pick up the red handkerchief. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Harold, don't know what door. I'm out, my debt is paid. A randy dowager welcomes the blooms of spring with the collected Calipigian corsairs being a scandalous representation of Her Majesty's favored, caught in flagrant delectable. Can their uniforms and modesty withstand the assault? The randy dowager. Exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of sept. The lady herself says, hardly a Tetherus, but generously arousing if polished cuirass does it for you. And it should. 3 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5.
And what did they need? All's well, it seems.
Of course.
Is that erotic literature for the upper class? They left us. They left us. Although that reminds me of Max Payne 2, the TV show. Well, it's in Max Payne 1 and 2. Lords and Ladies is like a TV show that shows up in both games. Oh. We cheered when honored was her might, but many more deserve a thought, for though she was the first a knight, her ken and kind have always fought. So much reading material that gives you experience. They really want you to at least look at it. Oh, there's Red right over there. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Harold. Enter third passage, could not stay to see them exit. so where is the upper market? I wanted to go to the upper market. Alright, let's... I feel like now the game has kind of now conditioned me to want to go over to any of these plaques. Like, I don't need to read them, but I need to be aware of them because I do get essentially free experience out of it. Because otherwise, if I spent the rest of the game
When there was no earth, you were the earth.
reading every single message I found, I would never finish. It would take a long, long time to play through. Oh, hold on. It's across the way. How do I get... I need to get up there somehow. No, there's just fast travel. All right, cutting to the next message from Red Jenny. Oh, never mind. This is a different place.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Sure.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps my people are the wiser option.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend I'm not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Does that mean the mages will help us?
We are willing to discuss it with the Inquisition at least.
That's a start, I suppose.
It's an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Au revoir, Shoshana!
Come, let us return to Haven.
No, not yet. I'm not done here. Stop walking slowly away. Oh, is it because I kind of walked into this room and it was nearby the point in which the story beat activates? Okay. Cutting to the next thing. Alright, I have no idea how I was supposed to get up here normally, but I was able to fast travel over to here. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Herald go at time. Praise Adrast. Like, is there... Was there an actual method for me to get up here, or was there only madness? I think there was only madness. All right, so I've finally found where it shows the Saga of Turda Brightaxe. And it does confirm what I was suspecting, in that even though the last word of each of the stanzas does not rhyme with the previous word that you would expect it to, making, waking, the unslaking, the last word of each stanza rhymes with the previous last word. Which, it's an interesting choice. I personally would not have gone with it because it just kind of throws off the rhythm. The randy dowager ignites winter passions with the collected conscripted by love, being a tale of heroes come legends, with the grey wardens and their shining duty to claim those of promise who most suit their joining. The randy dowager exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. The lady herself says, always a classic when wardens come calling, or dare one suggest, the reverse. 4 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. All right, let's go back to Haven. Talk to our advisors. Do a little bit better job in regards to managing our fast travel options, because it does seem like you've got quite a few of them. Though, do we need every single loading screen? Okay, we don't need that anymore, I suppose. Alright, cutting to the next thing. Alright. Let us have this conversation about the mages, I suppose.
You've returned. We heard of your encounter.
What were you doing over there?
My agents in a city sent word ahead, of course.
It's a shame the Templars have abandoned their senses, as well as the capital.
At least we know how to approach the mages and Templars now.
Do we? Lord Seeker Lucius is not the man I remember.
So we know not to approach him.
The orders somewhere, but to do what? My reports have been very odd.
We must look into it. I'm certain not everyone in the Order will support the Lord Seeker.
Or the Herald could simply go to meet the mages in Redcliffe instead.
You think the Mage Rebellion is more united? It could be 10 times worse.
I could at least find out what the mages want.
No doubt what they've always wanted. Support for their cause.
We shouldn't discount Redcliffe. The mages may be worth the risk.
They are powerful, Ambassador, but more desperate than you realize.
You think the invitation could be some kind of trap?
If some among the rebel mages were responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
The same could be said about the Templars.
True enough. Right now, I'm not certain we have enough influence to approach the Order safely.
Then the Inquisition needs agents in more places. That's something you can help with.
In the meantime, we should consider other options.
There is one other matter. Several months ago, the Grey Wardens of Ferelden vanished. I sent word to those in Orlais, but they have also disappeared. Ordinarily, I wouldn't even consider the idea they're involved in all this, but the timing is curious. That does sound odd. I agree. The others have disregarded my suspicion, but I cannot ignore it. 2 days ago, my agents in the hinterlands heard news of a Grey Warden by the name of Blackwall. If you have the opportunity, Please seek him out. Perhaps he can put my mind at ease.
And if he can't?
Then there may be more going on than we thought.
All right, so we're gathering a larger amount of other activities. What shall I put? Shadow Strike now hits harder if you are in stealth or haven't taken damage recently. You know how to strike without being seen even at a distance. You can now use Shadow Strike against ranged targets. Nope, nope. There we go. That's all I wanted, and I forgot that I even got it in the first place. All right.
Have you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate?
92 gold. Wow.
We will have names soon enough.
Big money. Big prizes. I love it. Is that just a repeatable quest? My dear Leliana, your author friend is truly a mystery. Our search uncovered only a string of foreign accounts. The trail of coin led from Antiva to Tevinter to the free marches in Orlais. Someone hid their tracks well, but not well enough. Your writer is in Kirkwall. And remember, you owe me a favor. A. All right. You have to kind of choose one or the other. Before the fifth blight and arrival of the hero of Ferelden, Haven was occupied by cultists who worshipped a dragon, one they believed to be Andraste Reborn. Both the cultists and their dragon were long gone by the time the Chantry arrived to build the Temple of Sacred Ashes. But there may still be undiscovered passages of the mountain containing their relics. With a concerted search effort, it might be possible to unearth something useful to the Inquisition. This is a task best left to a few select agents knowledgeable regarding dangerous magic. I have just the ones in mind.
Let's see what we have.
Okay, nothing to worry about in regards to the shards just yet. The confrontation with Mother Havara in the Val Royale market had the desired effect. To a point, the Chantry's condemnation of the Inquisition was lost amid a flurry of speculation over the actions of Lord Seeker Lucius, as well as divide in the opinions of the remaining Chantry clerics. There are, however, clerics still loudly denouncing the Herald of Andraste. The Inquisition could leave them to their speeches, but dealing with them before the Chantry elects a new divine could be of benefit. A delicate hand is needed. We should focus on clerics who can be swayed, make their voices louder than those who oppose us.
At your service.
All right. So I suppose now we have to talk to either the mages or the Templars. Did I level up again? Or did the level up just take a really long time to announce itself? Yeah, it just took a long time. And what kind of... Oh. And now Varric gets his own amulet that he can wear and immediately destroy. What level do I have to be for Hunter Mail? That was level 8. Oh, you're not even wearing a hat. Can you wear that shield now? No, you cannot. Alright, cutting to the next thing.
To me, child, and I
Oh wait, the next thing is like right outside the door. Who are you, Krem?
Excuse me. I've got a message for the Inquisition, but I'm having a hard time getting anyone to talk to me.
Who are you, soldier?
Cremisius Aclasi with the Bulls Chargers Mercenary Company. We mostly work out of Orlais and Navarra. We've got word of some Tevinter mercenaries gathering out on the Storm Coast. My company commander, Iron Bull, offers the information free of charge. If you'd like to see what the Bulls Chargers can do for the Inquisition, meet us there and watch us work.
Another person that does not quite seem like their voice matches their physique.
What can your Bulls Chargers offer the Inquisition?
We're loyal, we're tough, and we don't break contracts. Ask around Val Royeaux. We've got references.
What should I know about your commander?
Iron Bull. He's one of those Kunari, the big guys with the horns. He leads from the front. He pays well, and he's a lot smarter than the last bastard I worked for. Best of all, he's professional. We accept contracts with whoever makes the first real offer. You're the first time he's gone out of his way to pick a side.
Iron Bull, voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr., who does an excellent job.
Why did your commander send us this information?
Iron Bull wants to work for the Inquisition. He thinks you're doing good work.
We welcome the help.
I look forward to meeting this Iron Bull.
We're the best you'll find. Come to the Storm Coast and you can see us in action.
Or maybe she just has a terrible haircut. A lot of haircuts are terrible in the Dragon Age universe. Oh, do I have the... Nope. Alright, we're getting a lot of choices of things to do next. Cutting to something. Yeah, we might as well do that. Let's do the Friend of Red Jenny quest. See if we're able to do that. Or if we're higher enough level for that. There's a little bit of lack of clarity to that. It's like what level you should be for any specific encounter. Like some of the time the game is like, hey, you should, like for the Val Royeaux part, it's like you should be level 4 through 7. But for these other encounters, it's not providing a level. Okay, we should be fine.
Well, they know who I work for at least. Where are the hounds? Put off the hounds! Dead!
Excellent. Oh, hold on. Did I not spend the point? I don't think I actually spent the point for him.
Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right?
Say
Just
what
say
again?
what?
Say what?
Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Half bonus points for if you know the reference, only because it's famous.
Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're...
Are you Red Jenny?
And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow.
It's all good, innit?
You're the herald thingy.
Some say that. Who are you?
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Right in the plums!
Okay, calm down there. Ah. Alright, that new attack definitely is useful. Is that everybody? That's everybody.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't even that funny.
Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Okay, I'd like to have a real introduction. Who are you?
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. It's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me.
You're Red
Well,
Jenny?
I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall.
So you're not Red
There was
Jenny.
3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
So you're offering spies.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you,
That's exactly that's exactly how I
Then
talk.
You've got cloaks and spy
How
kings,
did you know?
Like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Who exactly are your people?
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like you
Also,
did
speaking of haircuts,
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead
like
yet.
whatever
I
happened to
want
her
help you.
bangs?
Whatever it is. Inquisition.
Okay, yep, join for now.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have
Yeah,
merchandise
we got it.
that piss
We
you
got
out.
it.
Got to be worth something. Anyway,
Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Alright, we got one more ally. Are we going to kick anybody to the curb? Nah, we're good. They who stand. Although we might start swapping people out just to keep things fresh. Too many breaches. Alright, let's do one more thing. Because that was pretty quick. Imperial Enchanter. Black Imperium. Huh. Where do I meet the Iron Bull? Yeah, sure, why not? Let's talk to, this person. At their salon.
Lady Lavellen, on behalf of the Inquisition.
What a pleasure to meet you, my lady. Seeing the same faces at every event becomes so tiresome. So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer, or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Madame de Fer?
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
You know of me?
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
I've heard very little about Duc Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War. Bastien probably wishes to distance himself from the actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid
Her
for
collar
power.
is popped up
It will
way
end in
too high.
disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
What have you heard about me?
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
The Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed up sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously. Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
Holy calling, what's your point? We're restoring peace.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army. We know what your Inquisition truly is. If you were a woman of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Ma'am?
You know such rudeness is intolerable.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lady, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
I don't care. Let him go. Let him go. I don't care about him.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it. I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
What about the Marquis?
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout. Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, then.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries. With Divine Justinia dead, the Chantry's in shambles. Only the Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
Is your interest in the Inquisition Madame de Fer, or is it more personal?
Aren't you charming? It's professional, of course.
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally. I have all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
Sounds good. You'll work inside the court.
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky. It is now the duty of every mage to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the Circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents? We need an institution to protect and nurture magic.
Like, it doesn't have to be the Circle as was previously created.
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the Chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late Divine Justinia V. The Chantry, at its best, unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
What's in this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Like, if a portal suddenly opened up in the sky in real life, right now, I do not think I would be able to do anything about it. There's a difference between understanding who you are and realizing you could actually contribute, and you find yourself in a position where you can make said contribution. But at the moment, like, if like a tremendous thing like that happened in the real world, like, would I even be able to contribute? Or would I just be one of those random NPCs in the background? And I probably would be one of those NPCs.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivienne.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
So where is the game going to punt us? Back to Haven? Like, I don't think I can exist within, like, or her household is a space I can explore. Yep. Alright, so let us... Let's go talk to Cullen, see how he's doing. We didn't talk to him yet.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, the waypoint is a little bit of a distraction in the cutscene.
Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
The Conclave destroyed a giant hole in the sky. Things aren't looking good.
Which is why we're needed. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
No, but if you have one prepared, I'd love to hear it.
Another time, perhaps. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Sweating. Ugh. Nobody has complimented me before.
As I was saying.
Actually, to be fair, if somebody complimented me in real life, I would also be like, oh geez, where did this compliment come from? I was not prepared. Alright, who are we talking to next? Cutting to... Sarah? Why, hello, Sarah.
So, this is it, huh? Oh, no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger. That would have been hilarious if you were a man, right? Wasted. Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and Mages need to be sat down.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that.
I mean, you can, but it wouldn't be
Doesn't come
effect.
down.
There we go.
And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Oh, did this predict the movie Don't Look Up?
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all-touched Lady Herald?
So, the first time I played Dragon Age Inquisition, I guess this would be the second time. I romanced Sarah. It led to, like, the romance scene in the game was like, oh, let's go make sweet love, and then the cut just cuts to black, and then you're just standing in your room by yourself wearing your clothes, and it's like, that is the least interesting romance scene I have ever seen in any of the BioWare games. So, we're just going to avoid flirting with Sarah for this playthrough.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
I had plans. Places to go. People to see. All right, let's go talk to Liliana, who is over here for some reason.
Have you seen Enchanter Vivienne? That's the picture of what a circle maid should be.
She looks like a noble. It's arrogant.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us?
I forget that Liliana is devout. Like in the first game, she has heard the words of the Maker, and that she joins the Grey Warden because of it.
What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
The whole question that's been very consistent of any religious figure, why do bad things happen? And I don't think anybody has ever actually come up with a good answer that makes said figurehead look good. You could blame her killers.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
And then where is Lady Vivienne? She is inside. We will go talk to her, go visit the war room, and then that'll be it for today. Vivienne.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
Like, didn't I actually have a story in my character creator? This chaos harms everyone. We need the circle restored. Justice is all that matters. I seem to be dodging the question.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars,
yeah, I basically just
innocent
dodged
people
her
of all
question.
kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
Nobody should claim to know the will of the Maker. Not me, and not the Chantry.
Perhaps nobody should. But if no one leads the way, many will be left behind in darkness. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
No, you're good. I can offer you more time. Right now. Alright, I guess let's Let's go check on the quest that has been completed. Oh, more stuff has been added to the map.
We are garnering interest from the capital.
You're not pleased?
I am not convinced we are prepared for the full scrutiny of
Inquisition needs bees. It is incredible how many passages remained undiscovered even after the Chantry's arrival, and they scoured every inch of those mountains for years in search of anything related to the sacred ashes. The cult didn't build all of this. It was here long before, and who knows how many years it would take to find it all. Of the new passages uncovered during the search, most were long empty or contained goods far beyond salvage. A few, however, yielded some artifacts of interest, and one evidently contains strange runes we have yet to translate. If we can find someone capable of doing so, they might prove of use. Oh, the runes discovered in the mountain passage during the recent search are of a type never seen before, neither Tevinter nor Elven, and perhaps dating back to the time of Andraste herself. There are few who might be able to translate the script, and benefit of doing so is unknown. Busy on another mission. That's fine.
Let's see what we have.
Because by the time I come back to playing the game, it should be available. Needs bees! I do not know how someone would come to this idea, but I can see the use. It's a large area to search, however. Know what ruins a party? Bees! I know a man who teaches how to jar them safe, but angry, stingy, no good for honey, but great for throwing. He's somewhere south. Sarah has scribbled, a jar of bees hitting someone in the face, also a butt.
All right.
Alright, this is where I'm going to stop for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.